I do. I said this last year with Skip about Klay. I said he's not the same player, and I'm not so sure he'll ever be the same player because he had made Skip. Those are not scopes that he had.
No,
he had an ACL injury in the 2019 finals, and in the summer while he was rehabbing, he tore his Achilles. So it robbed him of his lateral quickness. Trey used to could lock down a point guard, a two guard, and maybe even a small three. That's what he could do. Now, he still can get ultra hot, but he's not the same player. You look at Draymond. Draymond numbers were down across the board during that playoff run last year. Draymond looks like a guy that got a lot of stuff on his mind right now.
Yeah.
I understand he had 14 points last night. He did a great job of looking for his offense. He wasn't always looking to pass the ball, but he's looking to take the ball to the rim. I thought he played well last night, but they're not the same, Skip. From 2014 to 2022, Draymond Green has played an extra 4,628 minutes. Klay, an extra 4,610 minutes.
Skip, how do you mean?
Extra in the playoffs.
Yeah, okay, I got it.
Because, Skip, if you think about it, it aged the Boston Celtics. You keep going to finals every single year. You ask the Detroit Pistons. Yeah. They got a lot older, a lot sooner than what they would have. Magic, going to 9 finals in 12 years. And I talked to him. He said, yeah, Shannon, it took some years off us. Yeah. Because you're playing longer than everybody else, and you're starting back. And guess what? You get a month off, and you got to start back training again. That's robbing your back. That's why you got to appreciate what go. That's what you got to appreciate what will go. Go with the 9 of them things in 10 years.
I do appreciate
you got to appreciate that.
I give you that. I give you.
And we wonder why, man, look at LeBron. He never used to get injuries. Do you realize the man with the 9 NBA finals in a 10-year span? He's playing longer than everybody else. And he's not playing no 30 minutes, Skip. He's playing 38, 39, 40 minutes a night.
He is Iron Man.
So he's a player the equivalent of 3-4 NBA seasons more. Yep. But yes, Skip, I see that. And Charles is absolutely right. You look at the contributions that Andrew Wiggins gave him last year, Skip, in that playoff run. You look at Jordan Poole, the contributions.
Yeah.
Those guys are going to have to carry a lion's share of the load again this year. I'm not so sure. Now, Klay still can get hot. Don't sleep on him. But Skip, he can't give you those performances like he once could. You know, game 5, game 6 Klay? He can have moments. But Klay was, I don't know if he'll ever be that 22, 23-point a game again scorer and lock it down defensively. Because he was the best two-way guard.
He was.
As far as guard now, you know, Kawhi and PG, they can lock it down. But Klay, hey, who you need me to guard? He was guarding in the finals. He was guarding a lot of times. He was dealing with LeBron.
Yep.
And still having to make big clutch shots. So for me, Skip, yeah, they're a different team now. There's a reason why they gave Andrew Wiggins. There's a reason why they extended Poole.
Yep.
Because they're going to rely on these guys heavily, and they need to. Wiseman's coming along, but right now, Skip, yeah, they're a different team. I'm not going to count them out. I'd be foolish to do that. But they're a different team. These guys are getting older.
You did, I remind you, pick the Golden State Warriors to win the West. Are you already wavering on that pick?
No, because I still believe, like Jordan Poole, look, Skip, I mean, you know, you got a little hangover right now. You know, we the champ. And, you know, Klay got upset last night because he and Booker, because guess why? Booker was busting him up.
He was busting him up.
Busting him up and was D'ing him up. And so now Klay had to resort. I got D's. You got those, and I can't take those away. Skip, it's just like anything. You look at the animal kingdom, when the old lion, when they get old, what the young ones do, Skip? They attack them. The book said, oh, no, bro. Oh, no. I'm the new two in town now, bro. It's my show.
He did. It was a watershed moment for two guards. And yet, I think they really love and respect each other off the floor, but they really got into it.
Well, Booker said, you know, when I came in, I spoke glowingly about Klay. Yeah. He's one of my favorite players because we play the same position.
That is correct.
And, you know, I've tried to do it. But Devin Booker's like, hey, it's my turn now. We saw Kobe do that to Mike. When he got his chance to get Mike, when Mike was in Washington, he dropped him 50. He dropped a double nickel on his dome.
He got him good. Okay. I hear you. I don't often agree with Charles Barkley, but I thought he nailed this one, and I appreciated his candor and his guts to go out onto a limb because Klay and Draymond are not going to love this, and Draymond is sort of his quasi-teammate at TNT, right?
Right.
Way to go, Charles. And then he made the insightful point that you just made and reiterated. He said, I think you saw tonight, he's like, this young guy is kicking my ass. That's what Klay was saying. And Klay lost it for a moment. And by the way, Klay doesn't look, he doesn't look that fit to me.
Right.
I think he's having a hard time staying fit because his body's not What'd you say about your body? At the end, it just betrays you. It fails you.
It gets harder and harder as you get older, Skip, to work out with the intensity to keep that weight down.
Yes. So for the first time in Klay Thompson's career, he got tossed. And I was shocked when I saw it because I love Klay Thompson. I love what he's made of, and I love his class, and I love his character. He's not prone to getting technical fouls. And he got bang, bang, and he was gone. And it almost felt like, in a sad way, he was okay with that because I think he knew what was happening.
You ain't finna score no more points on me. Somebody else finna get these jumpers.
That is true. And by the way, I was pretty shocked. Listen, Phoenix had fire in his eyes last night.
Yeah.
And as I think it was Steph said after the game, everybody's looking different. You know, you come in with a big target on your back now, and Phoenix said, you know, we're going to get even with you here. He said, here's Steph's quote. We've got to remember, as defending champs, there's a different glow when you walk in. Well, there is. Yeah. Well, you've been there. You've done that. You know how that feels.
You're everybody's measuring sticks. Yep. Oh, the Denver Broncos coming to town.
Yep.
Bro, y'all the Jazz, though. But you're the Super Bowl champs. You're the NBA champs. So they look at you different. A lot of times you might not go but 1-2 games a year, but you're going to go see the champs come to town.
That is correct. And a lot of people have discounted Phoenix because of all it went through off the court and then the Ayton situation.
In the Game 7 in which they got the brakes beat off them.
And CP3 is getting a little older and a little older, and maybe a lot older. And all of a sudden Phoenix just rose up last night. Do you realize Phoenix won the second half? Again, it was at Phoenix, 62-39.
Yep.
They blew the defending champs off the floor. And they loved it, man. You could just see in their body language. It's not like they were celebrating like they won it all, but they knew they had done something significant because it made them feel like we're okay now. We are back. We're still the Phoenix Suns. And yet, Draymond, I told you when the Jordan Poole incident transpired, to me, he's more trouble than he's worth. To me, they're reaching back into the past. It's not exactly Russell Westbrook that they're reaching for, but even though he had a decent game, like he made 7 out of 10 shots and had 8 rebounds and 5 assists, so it's 14, 8, and 5.
But he had 5 turnovers.
He had 5 turnovers. I still think he's in decline. You could see it in the finals last year. He can still instigate. He can still distract. You know, he can still get under skin and do all those little things, those Rodman-esque things that he does. But I think they still value him as a leader, but a lot of that leadership got wrecked by one punch that got thrown.
Skip, this is something I can speak to. As I got older, I was still Shannon Sharpe, but I couldn't summon it up like I once could all the time.
Yep.
I could give you a game. I can go get you 120, 130. But I needed 3 or 4 more games to go by before I could do it again.
Yep.
Where when I was in my 20s, I could give it to you back to back to back just how you wanted it.
Sure.
As you get older, it gets harder and harder for you to summon it up every single night. And that's what you're seeing. Now, injuries has a lot to do with Klay. And like you said, maybe he's not in the peak physical conditioning that he needs to be. Draymond, I'm looking at Draymond look like he still got stuff on his mind. Like, damn, these people look at me, they know I did something dirty. I got some stuff going on because he mentioned he had some stuff going on off the court that he needs to get resolved.
Yep.
And again, like you said, he wants a contract also.
He does.
So there's a lot of things at play here. This is a different ball club each year. Just because you won it last year, they're automatically qualified that you're going to win it this year. But they're going to need Andrew Wiggins. Can Andrew Wiggins replicate what he did last year, Skip?
Yep.
Can Jordan Poole, if that was just, I need to get this contract, let me go ball out, get this contract, and then rest on my laurels, or does he continuously get better? Does Andrew Wiggins continuously get better? It took him 8 years to get to this point. Is he satisfied?
Okay, so you first guessed the Tampa Bay Buccaneers winning the championship and saying, let's run it back. Everybody's coming back, and they all came back. And it wasn't quite the same last year, and it's definitely not the same this year.
No.
Are the Golden State Warriors in danger of becoming last year's Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Maybe, except the difference is in the pipeline are Kuminga and Wiseman and obviously
Moody.
Jordan Poole and Moody. And they're on the way up are the next generation of Golden State Warriors.
Right.
And Steph is still in his prime.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So as you lose Draymond and Klay, are you going to lose too much championship metal?
Right.
You know what I mean? Like they just been there, they've done that. They know how to do this.
Well, Moody and Kuminga and Wiseman are going to have to prove that they can do it.
Yeah.
To believe that they're in this situation and they're going to be able to do it. No, you got to show people you can do it. Klay had to show you he could do it. Draymond had to show you. Steph them had to show you. Kevon Looney is Kevon Looney. He's going to be solid. You know what he's going to get. Great screens. He's going to play defense. He's going to rebound for you.
Yep.
He's not going to give you much on the offensive end, but he's going to do all the other things. These young guys are going to have to. Andrew Wiggins is going to have to show last year, the All-Star. He probably would have been Finals MVP had Klay not won it. He's going to had Steph not won it.
Yeah.
He's going to have to show, Skip, that wasn't an isolated incident. That wasn't an isolated thunderstorm. That it's about to rain like this for the next 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, I think he will rain on people's parades. But, I'm not seeing Draymond. He's still the focal point of this team. It revolves around his moods and just his overall confidence. He's so self-conscious now. I don't know. I don't love him as much as you do.
And plus, DeAndre Ayton realized, hold on, I'm 7 foot. You're 6'6". You playing behind me. Why am I shooting fall-away jumper? Hey, let me get a little closer down on the block.
Yeah.
Hey, Book, CP, give it to me right here. Now he just turns around, shoots right over the top of Draymond. Like it was nothing.
Plus, he had 14 rebounds. For once in his life, he got cranked on the boards.
Well, Skip, he should.
Yeah, he should.
He should have 14 rebounds.
Yep.
He should average double-digit rebounds every game. You're 7 foot tall.
Mm-hmm. But as you said, doesn't want to be there.
True. Well, y'all didn't want me here because y'all wanted me here. Y'all gave me my money.
It's been a really average start to the season for the Warriors, guys. They are 2-2, sitting at 510th in the West. Thanks for watching, Undisputed fans. Subscribe here to get the very latest from Skip and Shannon. Plus, go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.